Welcome to Manassas National Battlefield Park, more specifically Deep Cut, site of America's largest rock fight, which took place on August 30th, 1862, in the Battle of Second Manassas. Manassas National Battlefield Park is located about 20 minutes south of Washington, D.C., in Manassas, Virginia. At about 3 p.m. on August 30th, about 10,000 troops are going to be descending upon this area in about a 1,000-yard perimeter, solely intent on carrying this position here in the railroad cut. Defending this position, you have Leroy Stafford's Louisiana Tigers and some Virginians and some Alabamians a little further down the line holding this position. Now, they know they must hold at all costs. A breakthrough at any point along Jackson's line will rupture it and ultimately lead to the defeat of the Army of Northern Virginia. They must hold at all costs. The Union onslaught is met with a withering enemy fire, forcing the Federal Army to seek cover in front of the railroad cut. Now, the crux of the battle comes down to this. After about 20 or 30 minutes of this gun battle that's going on, the Louisiana Tigers began to run out of ammunition. Now, faced with this adversity, they know they must hold, but yet they're out of ammunition. Every reason in the rule book says they should just turn and run. But that's not what these Tigers do. They reach down, they grab the only thing they have available, which is rocks, and begin to pelt their attackers from the other side of the berm. The Northerners, shocked by this, begin to grab rocks up for themselves and throw it back and forth. This goes on. While this desperate battle and rock fight are going on, Jackson is turning the tide by sending vitally needed reinforcements to shore up the Confederate line and turn the tide and force the Federals to withdraw. Now, historians like to argue that this ultimately did not influence the outcome of the actions here at Second Manassas. I vehemently disagree with that statement. And here's the reason why. Because ultimately, battles may be fought with weapons, but they are won by the spirit of the man behind it. That is at the crux of every battle throughout history. And what this ultimately tells you is the reason why you knew these Tigers were going to hold. Because any person who would resort to such a desperate measure, such a die-hard exhibition to hold their position, ultimately illustrates the warrior virtues that they possess, that die-hard sense that the mission came first above all and everything else, including their own lives. That is why this rock fight is so symbolic and deserves such an honorable place in American military history. Thank you very much. So please come and visit Manassas National Battlefield Park and check out America's largest rock fight.